Hey guys, MJB here. Got a great one for you today. My very best tips. But first, go ahead and like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you are contacted immediately every time I've got new content. I'm trying to continue to grow this channel, so the following certainly helps. As you know, I want to point out things to you that you may have forgotten, didn't realize, didn't know existed, may have overlooked, just didn't know how they worked. I'm here to help. Stay tuned. My very best tips. But remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just some guy sharing my opinions. Certainly do your own research. And remember to only use monies and funds that you can afford to lose. But the bottom line is I'm here to benefit all. So here we go. Some of these tips you may have heard in the past, so I'm going to touch on them again, maybe in a little bit more detail. But some of these tips you haven't seen yet from me. So certainly stay tuned to the end. Here we go. Right into it. I'm going to flip you around. I apologize for my simple setup, but this is what works best and easiest for me. So here we go. Very first one is on Telegram, and it's a site called TrackTX, TrackTX. And what this does is you're going to connect your wallet to it, or all your different wallets that you're actively using to it, and it's then going to notify you each time you have a transaction. Well, if you're doing the transactions and this thing then notifies you, that's no big deal. You know you did the transaction, so it should notify you. But here's the catch. If this thing bubbles up sometime, or you wake up in the morning, you see something took place in the middle of the night or what have you, and it wasn't you, then you've got a problem. Then that means that somebody is obviously somehow, one way or another, into your wallet doing transactions. And then they may have cleaned you out, or they may have just removed one of your tokens that's in there and not all of them. So bottom line is that if you've got some airdrops coming, either the free ones that are coming to people that sacrificed, and or the ones that you put up monies for and have big airdrops coming like Pulse or pulsex and that type of stuff, or if you sacrifice from Mintra or just anything else, if you've got a problem and you've been notified about a transaction that wasn't you, or several transactions, obviously transfer out whatever's still left in your wallet, but don't close your wallet out because you've got sacrifices still coming. Airdrops still coming. So now you're going to need to watch this sucker closely, because if you get notified of an airdrop that hits, you need to beat the hacker to it, and you need to get in there immediately and transfer it out before he does. And so if you've got this TrackTX on, hooked up, you're going to be notified immediately, and hopefully you'll beat him to that airdrop that just hit your wallet, and you'll be able to then move it out and transfer it to a safer wallet. So without getting into it, you're going to go here to the bottom, and you've got several choices right when you first, log on. And it's going to ask you to load your wallet. So you'll copy and paste your first wallet, and then you could then click here to view the items in your wallet, and so on and so forth. And so it lets you've got a couple different wallets. I would upload all of them on here, and then you could hit view the items in your wallet, and it'll show you what's in there. But each time you do a transaction, well, like right here, it looks like I did a transaction not long ago, and so it's showing me what was transferred. Looks like right here, I think I recompounded on something that I've got going, and so it shows that the transaction that happened at 5:14 p.m. So that's great. But again, if something shows up on here that wasn't you, you got yourself a problem. Transfer out whatever's still in there, but don't close it out, because if you've got airdrops coming to that wallet, you need to beat the hacker to it. Anyway, kind of toy around with it. It's definitely a good thing to have. It can be annoying that it bubbles up each time you do a transaction. But again, it's also going to be very beneficial that if it bubbles up and shows you something that you didn't do, then you're going to know right away that you got yourself a problem. Second item here is it's called MatchaXYZ. You probably can't see it up here. It's matcha.xyz. And this is a site kind of like 1inch where you can submit limit orders. Okay? Having limit orders out could really, really help you, because let me move you guys around here so you can see my whole screen, or the majority of my screen. When you have huge dips that take place, you want to have a limit order down here that maybe you can capture that particular item that dipped before it immediately goes back up. Obviously, you're not going to have a limit order for some of the blue chip type coins out there because they don't have huge drops like this suddenly all at once. But if you have some smaller, less known, tokens like right now, I've got the hex one up. But whatever one you're watching out for, maybe there's one that you're watching that you'd like to get in at low. What you could do here is you connect your wallet, your MetaMask, and you could see here my MetaMask wallet is connected. All you do is just open up your MetaMask wallet and it'll automatically connect on here, and then you can go through the steps of setting up a limit order and whatever. I'm going to buy hex. It's going to 14 USDC is going to get me 250 of them, and then you can go on here and set it for 10 minutes all the way out to 7 days. The key here is that when you do it, which I'm not going to go ahead and execute it, but if I were to, it's going to cost me, I don't know, $3 or $4 in gas to go ahead and have this pending limit order now out. I could set the hex price for whatever I want. Using hex as our example here, I could set it for as low as I want. If the current price is 5.5 cents, maybe I want to set it at 2.5 cents. If there's some big dump and it suddenly hits 2.5 cents, I'm going to want to capture that and go ahead and have my limit order execute before it immediately spikes back up. Again, on more volatile tokens that you're following, it might be pretty smart to do. So toy with this. Again, your downside is that it's going to cost you $3 or $4 in gas to have this set up and pending. But like I said, you can have it out to up to a week. So to have that order open for a week on something that you're really, really tracking, like that you'd like to get a great buy on, it might be worth your while to have that going. So that's that one. Let me flip you. A few others here. This is one I mentioned not long ago in one of my videos. Is if you could open up a cell phone MetaMask wallet. Don't have a lot of monies in there because it's less safe to have it on your cell phone. But if you're going to claim daily for that at freepulse.io, try to build your stack, and then once it gets to an amount that you don't want to lose, then go ahead and send it out of there to your real MetaMask wallet, the one that's locked and more secure. But bottom line is, it's not going to hurt you to have a MetaMask on your cell phone for doing small activities such as freepulse.io to go ahead and claim as often as you can. It gives you an extra avenue, an extra wallet to be claiming from. So keep that in mind. It's not going to hurt you. Here's one. Let me find it here. Let's see. Power City is one of the newer sites that's going to be launching on pulsechain, and they've got some great features. But the one that I really, really like is this transformer bridge, and I'm not going to get into it in detail. But the bottom line is that you're going to be able to process transactions from one site to the other, from one chain to the other, and bypass Ethereum altogether. And that's great because Ethereum, you just get smoked on their gas fees. So you're going to be able to go from, their examples here are Avalanche or Phantom or Solana or Binance Smart Chain or whatever, and pay those smaller gas fees and hook it up directly from Phantom to pulsechain or Avalanche to pulsechain, Binance to pulsechain, whatever ones. I'm not exactly sure how many they're going to have available, but it's going to be a bunch. And the bottom line is that you're going to want to take advantage of this instead of using the Ethereum mainnet. So just keep an eye on it. I don't know exactly the exact details of it because it's not yet working, so I haven't had a chance to play around with it. But again, I'm just pointing it out. And don't get me wrong, there may be other bridges out there that come along that might be just as good, but this is the one that I really, really like. I sacrificed for Power City, so I'm going to be here. I'm going to be in on this site on occasion anyway. But just kind of keep an eye out for it. It's going to be beneficial. It's just one that I want to point out again to you. Let's see here. Shoot, let me flip you guys back around. Here's one that I like. It's called token. Let me read it off to you. It's called, it's etherscan.io, etherscan.io/token approval checker. etherscan.io/token approval checker. And so what you're going to do is you're going to enter in your wallet address, and I'm showing you the steps right here. So there's my wallet address, and you hit the search thing, and oh shit, looky here. I've got a couple pending approvals out For, let's see here, for USDC to this particular guy, I've got another USDC open, unlimited USDC to this guy, and a couple unlimited Cult DAO approvals out to 2 other addresses. Well, that's not a good thing. Well, I already sold my Cult DAO, so I don't really care about these. I'm not going to go and incur the cost to revoke those. But these 2, it shows that I've got $220 at risk, meaning I've got $220 currently on my MetaMask of USDC, and so it's, quote, at risk. So I'm not going to do it right now, but I would connect my MetaMask, like the way you normally do, and then I'm going to go ahead and go through the revoke steps, which all you do is just, after you connect your MetaMask, you'll go through and hit the revoke, and it's going to cost me, I don't know, $5 to do that revoke. Bottom line is, go on there. If you still hold those coins in your wallet, but there's some open approvals on them, and you have a big count especially, go ahead and do the revokes. It's going to cost you a couple dollars. Do it on the weekend where the gas is lower, the ETH gas is lower. It might just cost you a couple bucks. Bottom line is, it's probably going to be worth your while so you don't get smoked by somebody. Another one we'll take a quick look at here is this this token sniffer, and I mentioned it also in one of my videos. So here we go. Okay, so it's called, I'll read it off to you. It's called tokensniffer.com, and it looks like I must have done a search on this Pulse Doge before well, yeah, we got this free airdrop right of PLSD some time ago. So what I did before I claimed it is I went ahead and entered the contract address into this thing to make sure that it's legit. And so it does a little summary of that particular item. I'm not going to mess with it right now, but bottom line is, when you enter that address, you copy and paste it into the little search doohickey. Let's see if we can get it to go. Oh, there it goes. And then it'll pull it up, and it'll give you what's called like a smell test on it. I don't know why it's got me onto honeypot here. Anyway, bottom line is, you want to go through and enter all your different tokens. What I wanted to show you, let me pull it up here. Hold on one sec. In my MetaMask, what you do, you can see I've got BNB, Pulse 33, whatever. But if you go to here on these three little buttons and you click View Account and Explorer, and then you go to right here, it'll show you that I've got 12 tokens in here. Well, you guys just saw I only had 3 or whatever it showed. So you click that little thing right there, and it shows all the tokens that you have. I've got ART. I have no idea what ART is. I've got bit.io. I've got BoDAO. I've got Crypto Gold. All these ones. You want to know what these are? Milky Swap. What the hell is Milky Swap? These are things I never signed up for. I never bought into. I never sacrificed for. They're scam coins. These are airdropped or transferred into my account, and this guy, he's hoping that I click on it, because when you click on it to upload it, to download it, to your to claim it into your MetaMask, it's going to ask you for some token approval or approval to gain access to your wallet, whatever it's going to ask for. Don't do it. Instead, let's see what this thing first is. And you click on it, and he sent it to 2,900 addresses that have it or whatever. And there's 100,000 in circulation. Bottom line is, I'm going to take this address right here and copy it. And then I'm going to go ahead and paste it into this token sniffer thing. And it's searching, it's checking it out, it's refreshing. It gave it a smell test of 5 out of 100. That's what it ranked it as. Basically saying, the verified contract source, ownership renounced, does not contain an owner contract, It's giving you all the details. There's 5%. It's just giving you basic details about it. But bottom line is it gave it a 5 out of 100 rating. That's super low. It's basically saying it's a crap coin. It's a scam. Don't get it. Anyway, bottom line is, so I'm not going to download it. If I were to click on it and do further research or put it on my wallet, bad things can happen. So don't do it. That's all I'm saying. What else do we got here? You guys, a lot of you guys have staked for Hex. Let me open up my MetaMask and put you guys on the testnet. What you'll be doing is, so when I'm on my MetaMask on the testnet, when pulsechain launches, you're not gonna, you don't give a crap about the testnet anymore. You're gonna want to download using the RPC settings, or there might just be a button that you just click and it just connects you right to right into the pulsechain. You're gonna want to go back to your go.hex.com site, and you'll see it's going to show you your stakes that you have pending on pulsechain. So I've got a couple of stakes right here that are pending, not big ones. Just I'm waiting for the site to launch, for pulsechain to launch, so I can get my money back in there. I'm waiting to get the better gas fees. But I got a couple small stakes in here, whatever. What I wanted to show you though is that when you log on to this go.hex.com site, you're going to want to do it through pulsechain, but more importantly, it's going to show you your pulsechain copied over hex stakes that you have. You obviously have them on the ETH side that you had, but they got copied over to here. So don't forget them, that they got copied, and you're going to find them over here when you change your RPC settings to pulsechain. But also, what you're going to want to do is don't forget to go to the Hedron site. Now, obviously, I'm going to the Hedron site in my with it connected with my wallet set for the pulsechain testnet. So I don't care. I'm not going to mint those. It's on pulsechain testnet. But if this was the pulsechain real site, which is going to, when it's up and running, you'll then want to go over to the hedron.pro, and then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to claim your Hedron, and then right before your stake ends, you're going to want to mint your available Hedron that you got. That's for free. It doesn't cost you anything other than gas. But you're doing this on the pulsechain side now, right? So what I'm saying is don't forget to do it on the pulsechain side because it's for free. And then it'll go to your pulsechain wallet. And the gas price to do it is going to be, what, a third of a penny or whatever. And so now you'll be able to get whatever Hedron you have coming to you from those pending stakes. You'll have them coming to you from the pulsechain side too. You may have already done this on the ETH side, but if you haven't, claim and mint it if it's worth your while. If the gas isn't going to be more than the value of the Hedron you have coming, but definitely do it on the pulsechain side because it's going to be for free. It'll just cost you the gas fee of a third of a penny or whatever. And I'm just pointing out, don't forget to do it. Let's see here. Hopefully all that makes sense. If it doesn't, certainly send me a note or leave comments in the comment section. Some of my other tips that I really like is, obviously, if you become a liquidity provider in any pool, whether it's on the pulsex DEX or PancakeSwap or Uniswap or whatever, it's super risky because you could have one value go way up and one value go down, and you get caught holding the one that's worth a lot less because that's the one that you're now going to hold the majority of, and you could lose money. You could be upside down or lose money on it, and I'm not going to get into details. But I really, really like the idea of submitting liquidity pairs using stablecoins, especially if you have stablecoins sitting in your wallet that you're just waiting to use on dips, or maybe you've got some limit orders like I showed you earlier. Go ahead and set up some USDC DAI liquidity pairs and earn some rewards. Set up a USDC USDL, that's the liquid loans stablecoin, to earn some rewards. Set up a DAI USDL liquidity pair on pulsex DEX to earn some rewards. The other pair that I like is going to be pairing eHedron with your pHedron and making that a liquidity pair, because I don't think one is going to outpace the other. And so you'll be able to earn some great liquidity pair rewards for doing that. Also, don't forget about some of the free airdrops you're going to be getting. like the pulsedoge.win is going to be airdropped to everybody that sacrificed for pulsex. Bottom line. So it's free. So look for that in your wallet. Certainly do a copy and paste onto that token sniffer site to make sure it's legit. The address is fine. And then claim it. Kira, kiratoken.com is another one that's going to be airdropped to all the PLSX sacrificers. So watch for that in your wallet, like I showed you when you go to the Etherscan or the Pulse Scan through your MetaMask. See what's in your wallet if it appears in there. For one, if you downloaded the Telegram TrackX thing that I showed you, TrackTX thing that I showed you, it'll probably notify you anyway because it's going to notify you of all airdrops. Well, boom, the Kira hits your account whenever. Go in there, scan, copy and paste the address to make sure it's legit in the token sniffer, and then go ahead and claim it once you know it's the real one. It's fine. NFT on Pulse.io. That's the INNO token. That's going to be airdropped to everybody for free, to anybody that sacrificed for PLS and PLSX. Go ahead and claim it. Watch for it to appear in your wallet. On a lot of these, they might not appear right in your running MetaMask balance, so you might need to go to the Pulse Scan viewing of all the holdings in your wallet to see if it's in there. And then if it is, then you could go through all the steps of adding that token, to your MetaMask after you've copied and pasted the address to make sure it's legit. Another one is this helgo.io. What we're going to do is we're going to mint it with our hex. I'm not positive how that's going to work because it's not yet out yet, but somehow with your liquid hex, you're going to mint this Helgo token and then get back rewarded in, I think, Helgo and get your hex back, or it's going to be wrapped somehow. I don't know the details, but certainly look out for it because it's my understanding that it's going to be free, so why not take advantage of it? Helgo.io is another good one. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm just here to help, not financial advice. Do your own research, like I said. Certainly like and subscribe. I'll try to keep the info coming. Once pulsechain launches, there's going to be a whole bunch of new projects out that we could really dig deeper into. I could play with and or as more testnets come out on some of these, I could dig into too. And then as I identify more things to take advantage of, how to use them, best way to use them, all that type of fun stuff, I'm going to continue to notify you folks. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching, and I'll get you guys on the next one.